Hello and welcome back to my latest video for Dying Light. I am your host, the Mad Hatter, and we were last in the train yard. I was going to try to climb this pole here, but then I said to myself, you know, let me see if there's another way to go about it, and oh, dang tree. Now, I climbed up the wall here, and I'm just really kind of frustrated at this point, because, like, I'm looking at this, like, there's got to be a way to get up there, man. I am not going to go all over creation just to get up there, because it looks like the only way to get up to it is from the overpass, and I wasn't going to do that. So eventually, I just said the heck with it, and I just marked it on my map, and went on to the next one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run over this way. Now, as I stated before, these roofs, as you see, like the plywood roofs, if you're more than a story above it when you land on it, and also if you're more than about, I would say about, if the building is spaced between more than like 8 feet, when you land, you will fall through it, which I believe I've done before in the last video. Now, let's see. Jump over here. Go ahead and turn this one on. And then we'll hit the last one after this.
Okay, lights are all set.
You ready for the next one?
Just ahead.
Better hurry.
Go ahead and mark it on the map here. There we go. So now this jump we could do. It's not that bad. Because we weren't as high up as all that. So anytime you see these little cases, pick them open and grab the contents. Any wicker baskets or trunks, open them up. Anytime you come across even ones you have to lock pick, open them up, because you never know. Because all little bits help, which, you know, is very true, actually. Ah, Vlad's been here. Nice. Anyway, what we're gonna do is now let's see. Let's see, where is... Oh, there it is. Hey, here we go. And off to the...
Spike, the whole goddamn district went down. What the hell's going on?
Oh, not again. All right, listen. There's a power substation near you. Go check it out.
All right, now we're gonna head over to this power substation. Now, one of the things that I ran into, and I had to edit the video for it.
Hey, this blackout has really put us in a tight spot. We're defenseless here. Plus the safe zones and some of my traps are down too. We need to get that power up and running ASAP.
Now, one of the things that happened was, and you'll see in a second. We're gonna go up here, grab the stuff up here. I'm also gonna open up this. Opening up the the locks, depending on its difficulty, lets you know as to how to move the picks. If it's a medium difficulty, then you can move it as large chunks. If it's very hard, then you're moving it in small increments. I always suggest working from left to right, just a lot easier. Now, this guy right here is the dude that I had the most problem with. Normally, if I run up the side of the building, when he does that, he'll swing his hammer and he'll hit the tank and he'll blow up. What ended up happening was something totally other than that. He didn't swing, which I think I glitched or something else. But at any rate, so what I ended up having to do was, after assessing the situation for a little bit, I just said, the heck with it, let's try this. So I went and I jumped down and ran past him in hopes that he would have slammed the hammer down, because every time he hits that club of his, it sparks. So seeing how it sparks, he could start a fire. Well, went and picked up the tank here. Now originally I wasn't paying attention and I threw it and I was like, oh crap, here we go. And that's because I wasn't paying much attention, and I figured, like, actually, I wanted it to kind of sort of land at his feet, well, but hit him at the same time. So I tried it again. This time hitting him in the head, and you can see that little spark that he makes. Well, I must have like the worst luck in the world. At any rate. So we went, and I kept basically throwing the tank at him in hopes that he would actually, like, explode it, for heaven's sake. So I was like, okay, here we go, and right at you. And right there, I was hoping he'd hit that one tank, and I'm like, great. You missed it probably by about a foot, knowing my luck. So I ran up the side of the building here and decided to keep trying to throw this damn thing at him so he can blow it up. So I did it again. And once again, like a foot off, I'm like, wow, really? Really? So at this point, I'm actually really frustrated, to say the very least. However, after a while, after doing this, I figured, please let him just hit it. And I got lucky on this one, because after this throw, he hit all three. Which was actually really cool. I was like, wow. But you see, now here's the problem. Loud noises brings these other kind of zombies called, you have your regular zombies and you have what's called runners. Runners are a lot more aggressive and they can climb. So you really got to be very careful with them. So what's going on is that if you have a runner coming up on you, and you'll notice, because you'll have a triangle, a hollowed triangle on your mini map. Pay attention to where they are and get up high, so every time they climb up, just before they finish climbing up, you can hit them with your weapon and like it'll fall back down, and you keep doing that, and that'll actually help you in the long run if that ever happens. So, and as I had stated earlier about the lock picking, depending on how hard it is, that's how many increments. The harder it is, the smaller the increments you're going to move the pick. So, in order to pick it. Okay, let's open this up.
If the grid shorted once, you know it could happen again, right?
You leave the electrical engineering to
So we
me,
flipped on the switches
Just
and everything.
get your ass to a safe zone. You're gonna have to spend the night there.
Now we're going to open this up. Close it up. Alright, now here's where we really have to kind of haul butt. Well, not kind of. We have to haul butt out of here because you're going to run into this other kind of zombie that if you get into its field of vision, I forget the name of it off the top of my head right now. However, if you get into its field of vision, it'll chase you down. And it's worse than the runners. These things hit like a Mack truck. And you don't want to be around them. Now, there is a way, and I have done it before, I just did it without having to... I didn't document it, I thought I did, but I didn't. When you're by the tower, there's the electrical fence trap. Well, if you can lead one of them onto the electrical fence trap, I think it's like 2 or 3 times, it'll die. And it's kind of funny to watch it, like kind of like jiggle around from it. But since we're on the subject of like the electric traps, if you hit, let's say you have a bunch of zombies that you hit with a weapon that you've modified with electricity, and they're all standing in water. If you get like 5 of them or more, I think it is. It's like it's either 4. Or, it's obviously I think it's 5 or more. There's a trophy called Let's Dance. I believe it is. Anyway, but getting caught at night is a bad thing. You do not want to be caught out here in the dead of night, which is basically 9 o'clock. Its time is like 9 o'clock, so you don't want to get caught outside around any time after 9. And what ends up happening is that those really strong zombies come out. Now there is like double the points for your skills across the board, just about. However, the problem is that it's at the expense of a lot of your weapons and whatnot. So if you don't have strong enough weapons, you're going to be up a creek. So any trunks you come across, definitely open them up. Pick the locks, especially of ambulances and of police vans. So we're going to go ahead and go. Now I kind of lucked out here. I almost died. But we can go ahead and jump here. And because I've actually hit that same jump and ended up careening off it and still ended up dying. Now that particular zombie that we're looking at right here, and you'll see him again, he'll describe it again, they're called bolters. Bolt, like B-O-L-T, like run off, bolt.
Hey Doc, this is Kyle Crane.
Chris, what can I do for you?
I just saw this freaking weird zombie. He's covered in big green blisters. It hauled ass as soon as it spotted me. You know anything about it?
Not enough information, I'm afraid. But if you see another one, do let me know, will you?
Another thing you should always do, so you don't have to worry about bag space, is always put up stuff into storage whenever you get into a safe zone or when you're at the tower and you go to your room. Definitely put up your strongest weapons, just to keep them for later. Which is up to you, but that's what I did. Because at the early stages of the game, the blue and green weapons, some blue and green weapons, are, you don't want to waste them that early in the game, so you want to just kind of hold on to them. Also, as you get stronger weapons and you dismantle others...
Something bad happened. We need to talk.
Okay, give me a sec.
You will get some nice little scraps. Now, here it is. You have a choice to go either in online or offline mode. I went with offline mode just because of the story. However, if you go into online mode, there'll be other players around and scenarios that you can join with other players. which is, if you like that sort of thing, then that's cool. Me, I just wanted to learn the town and everything else on my own, and how to defeat certain areas just by myself as opposed to as a group, where I'm not going to understand fully like what's going on and everything else. So I'm making my way over to that first safe zone that we went to when we first got our first shot of Anison in the game. Go ahead and mark the waypoint right here real quick. There we go. And that's really basically, I mean, the game is a lot of fun and everything. You just got to learn a lot of the, once you learn the controls and the other nuances of the game, you know, you'll pick it up really quick and it'll be second nature without a doubt. And that is a creepy teddy bear. I'm sorry. Anyway, just always picking up stuff and opening up any trunks I come across. The lock picking in the game also is something that once you get the knack for it, it's like that too is second nature. It's beautiful. Now the other thing that I came across in the game is that you gotta seriously watch your mini-map. If you're not paying attention to the mini-map, you will go down in flames big time. Your mini-map will let you know if there's any runners or any enemies coming at you within reason. Usually runners and such other like high threat zombies will be shown up there. They won't just show all the zombies. Another really cool thing is when you get up enough levels, when you earn the ability to use the grappling hook, that makes a lot of things very easy. It's got a bit of a cooldown, but it's just really something nice. I mean, even though it has a cooldown, however, it's really a nice little gadget to have on you. But it can actually get you across like really long chasms. Once again, it's just a really nice little gadget to have. The one peeve with the game, and I really hope that they come up with like a patch for this. That single dot,
just as soon shoot you as look.
as far as the targeting reticle, like give us a different, like a choice of different reticles, because that little dot sometimes, if you're not paying attention to exactly where it is, you can lose it.
First of all, you did great out there. From now on, if you need something, come see me. And to start with, use a UV flashlight and a remote control. You run up on a volatile, give him a face full of UV, or lead him into a trap which you can trigger with that remote. You got it?
Got it.
Perfect. Now for the bad news. Despite your efforts, Brecken's mission failed.
Shit, is he okay?
He's alive, but you need to get back to the tower. Jay called all the scouts in, and that means you.
Now, I forget. I think it's under Survivor or something. Well, I'll remember where it's at. Anyway, don't get cocky, because I'll tell you, I got cocky a lot in the game, and bang, I ended up losing out on a lot of points. Because if you have a bunch of points racked up and you don't get to like a safe zone or whatnot to bank them, you're going to end up losing it. Many's the time where I've lost like 2,500 points that I could have used toward ranking up, and I couldn't because I got too cocky, and you know, it's on me. It was on me. So at any rate, later on I'll tell you more about like how to get the drops from the airdrops and all that, and what that'll mean for your ranking up your skills later on. So we're going to go ahead and equip all this wonderful stuff. We'll talk to the quartermaster real quick. Ooh, lockpicks and another little weapon. Nice. Alright. Now, originally, I was actually going to go up to talk to Brecken, but then I had a different idea. So, that didn't pan out the way I wanted.
I finished my job for Spike.
Well, you'll find out in the next video anyway.
If we don't get some more Antizin, then the whole tower's done. I had to spend the night in a safe house. The sun was setting and I would have gotten caught in the dark.
So we're getting close to the end of this video, and once again I want to thank you guys for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and as always, you all have a great night and an even better tomorrow. And once again, thank you. Good night, folks.
I finished my job for Spike. Hope I did enough. If we don't get some more Antizin, then the whole tower's done.